Greetings to all. In this video, me and my team members will be explaining about enhancing supply chain efficiency for Malaysian cocoa board. These are my team members, me Grace Eshalina Misak, Janri J.R. Jinisanti, Pedro Daniel Latsiri, and Lisa Crescenta Lezen. First and foremost, let's learn a bit about the Malaysian Cocoa Board. The Malaysian Cocoa Board, or Lembaga Cocoa Malaysia, is a federal statutory agency under the Ministry of Plantation, Industries and Commodities, which established on 8 September 1988 and began to operate on 18 July 1989. MCB was created because the cocoa industry's explosive growth in the late 1970s and early 1980s raised awareness of the need to integrate and coordinate a variety of industrial activities under a single organization in order to ensure a healthy development. The main objective of MCB is to develop the cocoa industries in Malaysia to be well integrated and competitive in the global market. Malaysian Cocoa Board prioritizes in growing downstream activities and improving cocoa bean production efficiency and productivity. There are 6 elements that MCB focus on. The first is research and development. The main purpose is to gain knowledge and develop technology and plant materials that can increase productivity, reduce production costs and labor requirements. It is also to improve the quality of cocoa beans and cocoa products, develop new products and the new use of cocoa, and increase the competitive advantage of Malaysian cocoa beans and cocoa products. Secondly is market development and techno-economy. The purpose of market development is to increase market share for Malaysian cocoa beans and cocoa products in international and domestic market. Next is regulation and quality control. Licensing and grading are carried out to ensure that the quality of the Malaysian cocoa beans meet the requirements of the Malaysian standard. Other than that, MCB also focus on the target group development. The target group development program is included in the MFI expansions and development program such as agribusiness development activities and handmade chocolate entrepreneur development program. Additionally, MCB focus on technology development and transfer. Technology development and transfer activities include workshops, seminars, farm visit, demonstration as well as training courses in cocoa cultivation technology, chocolate manufacturing and product development. And lastly is technical services and advice. MCB also provides technical and advisory services to cocoa farmers and downstream industry.
Done with the introduction of Malaysia Cocoa Board MCB, now let's begin with a quick look at the cocoa supply chain in Malaysia. The structure involves 5 main stages, which are cocoa farmers, collection and fermentation center, processors, manufacturer, and finally exporter or retailer. The Malaysian Cocoa Board plays a key role in coordinating this entire system. However, despite its importance, the cocoa industry is facing several challenges. Firstly, production volume is declining. Many farmers are shifting to more profitable crops like oil palm, and most cocoa trees in Malaysia are aging. This leads to heavy dependence on imported beans. Secondly, the farming sector is fragmented. Most cocoa is produced by smallholders who often lack access to modern tools or training. This results in inconsistent yields and poor quality beans. Thirdly, labor shortage is a persistent issue in the agriculture sector. Without enough workers, harvesting and post-harvesting process are delayed, reducing the overall quality of the beans. Additionally, infrastructure remains limited, especially in rural areas. Many farmers don't have proper fermentation or drying facilities, which are crucial for producing high-grade cocoa. And lastly, external factors such as price fluctuation and climate change including rising temperature and crop disease, also threaten the stability of the supply chain. But despite these challenges, there are strong opportunities for improvement. One major area is the adoption of modern farming practices. The MCB is promoting good agricultural practices and even organic cocoa farming to improve sustainability and yield. Secondly, the MCB is actively investing in research and development, including disease-resistant cocoa varieties and improved fermentation technique to produce premium-grade cocoa. Third, there is a big push to develop downstream industries such as chocolate production, cocoa-based cosmetic, and nutraceuticals. This add value to the raw beans and help create more jobs locally. There's also potential in cocoa tourism and agropreneurship, where cocoa farm can be turned into tourism site and training center to educate the public and generate side income for farmers. Lastly, digital solution and public-private partnership can help to improve traceability, pricing, transparency, and market access for smallholders. In conclusion, while Malaysia cocoa supply chain face notable challenge, especially in production and infrastructure, there is great potential for growth. With the right strategies, support and innovation, Malaysia can continue to strengthen its cocoa industry and become a leader in premium cocoa product.
So for my part, we are going to be discussing about the strategic collaboration with partnerships. So for the first one is strengthening farmer partnerships through technologies and training. So the first one is digital tools like soil sensors and mobile applications to monitor crop health through Malaysian Cocoa Board partnerships. So for the second one is training program which will teach sustainable practices from pest control to pest control handling, harvest handling, and ensuring higher yields and premium cocoa quality. So for the last one is contract farming, which will guarantee fair trade prices and sustainable demand. Next is collaborative supply chain integration with processors and exporters. So shared logistics, which means partnering up with providers to reduce costs and spoilage during transportation of product. Then blockchain traceability. This implements a transparent system from a farm to consumer. Last one is aggregate planning, which aligns production schedules with global demand fluctuations. Now for the last key point is public-private partnerships for market expansion. Joint markets campaigns can be done by collaborating with tourism boards or chocolatiers to promote Malaysian cocoa as a premium product. Second is research alliances, which means partnering up with tech firms or universities to innovate cocoa-based products. So last is export incentives, working with government agencies to simplify export processes and tap into cocoa new markets.
To sum up everything, enhancing supply chain efficiency in the agriculture industry, particularly under the Malaysian Cocoa Board, can lead to several outcomes. First, it is proven that it helps reduce post-harvest losses by improving how cocoa beans are stored, handled, and transported. This means farmers can sell more of what they produce and earn in better incomes. When the supply chain runs smoothly, cocoa beans reach the market faster and in better condition, which improves the quality and increases their value. With a more efficient supply chain, there is also better coordination between farmers, processors, and exporters. This allows for quicker response to market demand and reduce delays and costs. Additionally, using digital tools and technology can help to track the movement and quality of cocoa, which build trust with international buyers and meets global certification standards. Based on this, it is recommended that the Malaysian Cocoa Board invest in better infrastructure such as roads, storage, facilities, and processing centers. Training programs should also be provided to farmers so they can handle cocoa more effectively after harvesting. Digital platforms can be introduced to help track cocoa quality and prices. And lastly, partnerships with private companies and support through government policies can further strengthen the supply chain and make Malaysia's cocoa industry more competitive and sustainable. So that's all from us. Thank you.